So I just got back from a huge Nike sourcing trip. I'm gonna show you guys everything that I picked up in this profit breakdown. So total, I got around 32 pairs from around 3 Nike stores, which is crazy. I'm gonna show you guys why I bought what I bought and how much it's worth and how much money we're gonna make from this entire trip. This trip was done over one weekend, so Saturday and Sunday when I was going on vacation. So I wasn't even reselling, like wasn't even planning to do it. These stores were just in the area, so I stopped by and bought what I saw. Thankfully, I have a big car, so I was able to fit everything in the back when I was still on the trip, so everything worked out well. But let's dive right into it. I have one of every different shoe that I bought here. There are 9 different pairs that I have with me currently, so I'm gonna be covering each and every one, and that's a crazy thing that you need to learn right there. Caden, you said you bought 32 pairs of shoes, but you only have 9. Yes, that's the power of bulk. So a lot of these shoes, like these VaporMaxes, you know, I bought 3+ pairs of, 5+ pairs of, so you don't have to get so many different shoes as long as you're finding good ones in bulk. So first pair on these VaporMax Pluses, all black. I paid around 80 something bucks. I can't quite remember the exact price, but super clean colorway. This is a shoe that I sell extremely well. In fact, on GOAT, I've probably sold over 200-300 pairs of VaporMaxes because they are just so popular. And the cool thing with the shoe is, again, it retails $200 to $210. So if you're getting it for under $100, you're almost always making money on it. So all 3 pairs that I got were size 11. They sell for around $150 on GOAT right now. If you guys check the volume, this shoe is selling multiple times a day. It is a super quick selling shoe. I'll have no problem selling these shoes for $100. After payout, let's say I get paid around $130, I'm looking at around a $50 profit on each pair times 3. That's $150 just from these 3 pairs. And again, a quick lesson on shoes like these, they're pretty much no-brainers. You should always be buying them if you're getting them for this certain price. Now, I see this shoe in store all the time for retail. I don't buy it. That's why buying based off the price is so important, not just the model. Again, if these were even 120 or 110, I could still make money. I could still squeeze that there. But if they're higher than that, there's not really much profit to be made, so I end up leaving them behind. All right, the next shoe that I bought 2 pairs of were these WNBA Jordan 12. Super clean colorway. I really like this shoe a lot. I've actually bought a few pairs of them last month, but I saw them again at the same outlet, this time even cheaper. They were $120 plus 30% off, and I got them for, I think it was $84 after discounts, no sales tax, and yeah, really good price on these. So unfortunately, by the time I got there, all the big sizes were gone, but they still had a 7 and 7.5, which isn't too small not to resell. Like, this is still a good size, and most of them are selling for around 120. So this isn't a huge profit, but this is a shoe that was selling like every single day, so I was totally cool with picking it up. Again, these types of shoes where even if you're making 20 bucks a pair or 25 bucks, whatever, it's okay to buy as long as it's selling in a day or two. Like, it's not really tying up my capital. It was 80 bucks. I'll sell it, make $20, go on to the next shoe. I'm happy. Now, keep in mind, because these at the outlets and they just went on sale, the prices are dropping. So I'm looking at it right now on GOAT, which is where I'm just checking. Last sales, and the last 10 sales were 159, 155, 149, 149, and then again, once it restocked, they ended up dropping 125, 125, 124, 126, 126. So they dropped like $20 since that restock. What's going to happen though is if I wait a little bit longer, these shoes will go back up to that price around 140, 150, and I can make an extra $20 a pair. Or I could just sell now. Chances are I'm going to wait. $84 for 2 pairs is not a lot of capital. I can wait. And since it's from the outlet, the shoe had full box, so it's going to be super easy to sell. And I'll answer you guys' questions on whether, you know, missing lid shoes sell worse than full boxes later in this video. All right, next one were these Air Forces. This was a one-off find. This is the only pair that I found in the store. But if I'm seeing an Air Force 1 for $60 plus 15% off, I paid like $51 for this shoe. I'm very rarely going to walk past it. This is a super clean colorway as well. Really high quality. Nothing wrong with it at all. And yeah, let's check what it goes for. So last sales on GOAT on this shoe around 120, 124, the last 2 sales. I think I can easily get 80 on the very, very low end on this shoe, which would still be a $30 profit, or 100. I think 100 would be super, super easy to sell this shoe for. So let's say I sell it for 100. After GOAT takes around 15 bucks in fees, I'm gonna get paid around 85, 84 bucks. You're still looking at a really, really solid profit on this shoe. Let's call it around 35 bucks. And by the way, this would have been a shoe that I would have bought more in bulk. However, this is from a clearance store. This was the only pair that they had that I was able to buy. And you know, that was like really a one-off. You guys will see when you go to clearance stores and the clearance store finds that I got, they're really only one-offs. Like, there's not really many that you're getting in bulk versus the shoes that I did get in bulk were typically from regular Nike outlets, Nike factory stores. And keep in mind, in this video, I'm showing you guys the profit after fees. So if you've never sold on any of these platforms, when I'm saying fees, I mean the shipping fee, I mean the fulfillment fee, I mean everything, okay? So when I say, hey, Caden, I'm gonna sell this shoe for $85, no, that's the actual price that I'm getting paid, all right? That's what I'm talking about on here, okay? I might actually have to sell that shoe for 100 or 105. That's what it sells for. But after fees, I'm only getting paid like 85. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, next one. We're getting into the big stuff now, all right? I started a little bit slow. Here's some of the big dogs that we like. This shoe right here are the Alpha Fly 3s. This one's super, super sick. Retails $285. And something you need to know is you need to learn the expensive shoes when you're reselling. The reason I say that is the next 2 shoes I'm going to show you are very expensive, high retailing shoes. but because of that, if you get them cheap, you can make a lot of money from them. So all the runners know this is pretty much the #1 running shoe in the world. Right here, I have a size 9 men's, and it's a really nice colorway. It was not $285. It's not what I paid. You guys can see on here, that's what it says, but I'll show you guys how I got it cheap. Nike was having a 30% off discount off their wall, so this was 30% off. Then I got an additional 15% off as well, which is something that we teach inside of my Reselling Accelerator group. If you guys are interested in joining, check the link in the description. But after all of those discounts, I was able to bring this shoe down to, I believe, around 160. By the way, this shoe's super dope. It is extremely light. I think both pairs weigh basically almost 1.5 pounds together. It is super, super light. Like, the shoe weighs almost nothing. All right, I got my phone here. I'm gonna show you guys. Alias actually has a barcode feature. This is how I look up these shoes, and this is how I'm doing it in this video. You just scan it, then the shoe pops up. You can click it, and then I'll go to sell here. And when I'm on sell, I just look up the size. I got a size 9. You guys can see the lowest price is listed at right now is $295. And the last sold was $280. So let's just say I sold it at the last sold, which was $280. Again, I paid $160 for this shoe. I'll just choose size 9, new. I know it has missing lid, but I'm just gonna go good box for now just to show you guys what it is. I'm not actually listing this shoe, but I'm just showing you it because I can just click this here and then it'll show you the fees. So I know I was just talking about the fees. Here's the fee breakdown. So I'm gonna get paid after everything $241. So this is gonna be minimum an $80 profit shoe, which I expect. In fact, I'll probably sell these on eBay because I can sell it for the same price and there's less fees. So that's probably where I'm gonna sell these, but these are gonna be $80 to $100 profit, no doubt. This is, again, one of the most popular running shoes right now. They are very difficult to find under retail. All right, the next one I don't have, which were these soccer shoes. I found them for $101 after all discounts. I believe they retailed $270 to $300, and I accepted bids on them and sold them both for a $50 profit each. Super, super easy sale. Now, here's the thing you can learn from me. I've done 2 million in sales. I still make mistakes. I should have bought way more of these. I should have bought them all. All right, the reason I say that is I had a client literally later that week sell some of them for $233 after payout. She sold it for $270 on GOAT. So she made $233 after fees. So she made $120 on this one pair. And then she made, I believe, $70 on the other. So she made $200 off of 2 pairs. I only made $50 off of $100 off of 2 pairs. So anyways, I should have bought more. There's a ton of these. I'm showing up videos on the screen right now so you guys can see what it was like in store. I mean, there had to be like 25 different pairs of these that I could have bought, and I wish I did it because it would have been a huge profit. But yeah, like I said, I already sold those. So add that to the pile, $100 profit there. All right, next one. This was a really easy find. I found these in store for $80. It was at a clearance store as well. I was super surprised to find this shoe because I love this shoe. But either way, I paid like $68 for this shoe. It sells daily for $136 on GOAT, so this will be easy sale. It's looking at around a $45 to $50 profit depending on where I sell it. Again, I paid $68 for a shoe that retails $170. You can't really lose at that point. I wasn't able to get more of these because this is the only pair that they had, which sucks. But sometimes that happens at the clearance stores like I was saying earlier. All right, here's another really, really good find that I think a lot of you guys would end up walking by. I saw these in store for $70. Again, VaporMax Plus, I'm saying the same thing. This one was a woman's though, so a lot of women's shoes. You have to check the women's side of the outlets to end up finding these stuff. And with discounts, I paid $59 for it, I believe, or $60, and they sell, again, on Alias for around $130. So same payout, I'll make around $115 after the sale. That'll be, what, a $65 profit on this one shoe. Super easy profit, will not be hard to sell. Easy one. Hey, I misspoke. $55 profit on this one shoe. And by the way, since it has missing lid, people wonder, like, Caden, does it really matter? Guys, do you guys think the person buying this shoe is buying the shoe for the red Nike box? No, right? The only thing the missing lid really affects is that you can't sell this shoe on a platform like StockX or Poison. But guess what? I wasn't going to sell it on StockX to begin with. Poison maybe, but it doesn't really matter. I can sell the shoe completely fine on GOAT, on eBay. I won't have any issues with it at all. So it's really not going to affect the resale value, maybe more than $5. All right, now we're getting into the good stuff. Found 10 pairs of these LeBrons. This is where I started buying a lot of bulk for only $49 each. This shoe retails, I think, $200 or $210. I've sold these all day for $80 to $100. Even some other sizes, some bigger sizes, which I did get bigger sizes, up to $140. So these are going to be super, super easy to sell. The market is a little bit down on these right now because they just restocked at outlets. Again, this shoe, LeBron's never sell under $100. They haven't for the last 4 or 5 years since I've been reselling. I'm gonna have no issue selling all these for $100. After fees, I'll make between probably $400 to $500, depending on where I end up selling it. And I think that is a given. I have full box on all 10 of these pairs as well. The next pair I got comes from Experience, which were these PG6s. They stopped making this pair 2 years ago. I already knew that because this shoe was sold super well for me in the past. I've been selling a ton of these models that I still have for $150. They retail $110. At the outlet, they were $110. I found 7 pairs, bought all of them, and they were $110. They were 30% off plus additional $15. So I think I paid $65 for 7 pairs. And I'll make minimum, I'm gonna sell all of them after fees for $130 minimum. because I'll sell them all for 150. So it's not going to be hard at all to do. And I will make around $75 per pair, I would say, maybe $65 per pair. It will not be difficult to do. Times that by 7, these are super easy money, no questions about it. By the way, when you see shoes like these that are already popular, that have been discontinued for 2+ years, you buy them all. Like I didn't even think twice about it. I saw PGs, I didn't even have to look up the market. I grabbed them because I knew they were good. And I got a bunch of different sizes too, so it's gonna be super easy to sell. So there's a reason I tell you guys and teach you guys to buy in bulk, because just from those 7 pairs, if I sell them for 150, which I will have no problem doing because I've done it so many times in the past with other pairs, I'm gonna make $420 just off those 7 pairs, after fees, after everything, right? And then same thing with the LeBrons. If I sell them all for 100, I'm gonna make $400, no problem off them, because some of the bigger sizes I got go for even more than that. So I'll make, just from those 17 pairs that I got, the 10 LeBrons and the 7 there, and I only invested like, well, I'll have to put the number on the screen right now. I only invested less than $1,000, I want to say, for total for all of them. I definitely did. I'll make, again, around $800 from it. It'll be no problem at all. All right, final pairs coming in. These Jordan 1 lows, super clean colorway. I was surprised when I saw these at the outlet for $60. They're on the back wall, so they're 30% off plus 15. I paid $35 for this Jordan 1 low, 35 bucks. Again, you don't have to know anything about reselling to know that you could sell these for more than 35 bucks. Super easy flip here. I had no problem with them. And again, I'll check the market just to be sure, but I believe they go for 80 to 100 bucks. Yep, so 80 to 100 bucks. This is a size 12. I'm not gonna have any issue selling a size 12. It's a really good men's size. I also got a size 8. That one goes for a little bit less. That one goes for around 70-ish. But again, I paid 35 bucks. So even if I bought those and sold them for double or $30 profit, I'm totally cool with that. That's a huge ROI. And finally, for you golf fans, got a pair of Jordan 6 cleats. I believe I paid around $82 on these. They were 95 on the tag. This one right here is a size 10. Super clean shoe. I love this shoe. I would have worn it if it was my size. And yeah, this is the East Side Golf collab that they had. This shoe retailed, I think, $210, $220. So very high retailing shoe. I don't believe it has the retail on here, but yeah, super high retailing shoe. So when you can get a shoe like that was a collab for 80 something bucks, it's a good deal. So size 10, last sale was 180. It's currently listed at 178. I think I can easily get that. If I sell these on eBay, I'll get at least 160. After fees, you know, I'll get paid 140. I paid 80. This is a $60 profit. No problems at all. Again, really nice shoe. So drum roll, please. After adding everything up, I think it's gonna be reversed. It was $1,475 in profit. And I'll add up the numbers right now for how much I spent it. I'll put it here. But I believe it was pretty close to being that same number. It's probably a little bit more than that, but either way, I'm totally cool with it. It was a super easy flip, and I was being very generous. If I am like a little bit more of a hustler, I want to sell these shoes for higher prices, I can definitely get an extra 5 to 10 bucks per pair. And again, times 30, that's a lot. You can end up making a few extra $100 from doing that, and I recommend all of you guys do that as well. But for me, I bought all really quick moving shoes. All of these shoes will be gone in a month or so, except for some of the pairs I got 10 of them. So like LeBrons, those will be a little bit tougher to sell. But yeah, overall, super happy with this outlet trip, and that's exactly what you guys should be doing. If you guys want to learn more in depth and directly from me on how I do this, check out the link in the description to my Reselling Accelerator group. I have a 5-hour course where I teach everything that I do inside of it and the tools that I use. I have an in-store monitor, Nike in-store monitor, that actually pings me and tells me whenever my local stores restock things. So I'll get pings and stuff whenever these stores restock these types of shoes. That way I know ahead of time before I even go that they're gonna have them. It makes reselling a whole lot easier. That's just one of the tools that we have down below. So yeah, hopefully you guys learned a thing or two from watching this video. Hope you guys saw, again, my mindset when I'm buying these shoes, why I'm leaving stuff behind, right? And you can see kind of the profit and why it makes sense. If you found value in this video, like and subscribe down below. Leave us a comment if you have any questions, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.